Old Raggamuffin Show, Lockdown Edition, and I'm here with my very good friend, my brethren, my brother.
Yes, sir.
By the name of Donovan Kingjay. Oh, yes, sir, brother.
There, my brother, DJ Solar Banton.
Glad to see your face, King.
To joy, it's an honor. Give thanks for that,
I don't see you for a long time, man. Been hiding from me.
In the physical, it's been a while. In the physical, it's been a while. But yeah, man, you don't know everything. I watch all your movements, and spiritually I'm there. You don't know, and your family is my family, so everything is.
Oh, you mean, man? Them say for hail you up still, you know?
Yeah, man. You look my little family.
They just walk past now and say, "Tell them I said yo," innit?
Tell them said way.
And just hail you up still.
I'll get up the M4. Don't worry, I'll be up there soon.
Yeah, man. Remember some of the day again, you know?
Where you there? Where you there?
Midlands.
Wow. Move up a little bit. Milton Keynes.
Is it?
We pass Milton Keynes. You pass, that's up.
At Wolverhampton side.
Oh, that's where my family. I've still got family there, you know.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, anybody with name Kelvin, especially there's a cab driver called Vernon Kelvin. They're my first cousins. They're my brothers.
Okay.
Yeah, Wolverhampton, yeah. That's the only piece where my other little piece of family is, right? That's all.
Okay, yeah, man, just past Wolverhampton, you know what I mean? M6.
Yes, aye.
But I'm at M4 again, at M6.
M6.
Yeah.
Well, that's even more important because I got even more people to link up there. Murray, Philip Giard.
Yeah, I'm like half hour from Murray, 20 minutes from Murray.
Wow. I just don't seem like burning strong. I carry our energy right now. You see?
But it's turned out, it was a blessing from the beginning. I've been up here like 2 years now, but I really feeling caught in the blessing now because I think cheap up here. I have a nice place. I have a nice garden. So, you know, I give thanks that I got this garden during this lockdown business. You know what I mean?
Likewise, that's all I've been doing is gardening.
Yeah, I see you grow. See.
Man. I got my grass front and back and forward, King, man. I love my grass. I'm a country you, innit?
Yeah. I true that still, you know. You're a country man still, you know what I mean? Yeah, so it's been a blessing to have that still, you know what I mean?
Give thanks. Everything, you don't know the energy and spirit moves. So you're good, you. Them things that's supposed to happen. Even when you do it and you don't even realize the fullness at the time.
It's
work out for you.
Yes, like. Yeah. It's work out good, you know. You know what I mean? So I work with energy still. So I just work with my spirit still, you know the way that.
100%. That's what we gotta more rely on, especially in these times. More on your.
Yes. How you finding them time, you know?
Everything's on maximum right now. I'm tuned in with all of my senses and my extra perception. Everything I work right now.
Everything I work. A fire, innit?
Fire,
because you know what? That's the real positive. I know we mentioned it earlier before we was recording, but that's the real positive with this thing is that we actually have time to concentrate on oneself and be in tune with oneself. You know what I mean?
Yes, fireman, because it's all about getting in tune with oneself, then your family, and making sure the relationship don't break down and get into nothing. And then how we're going to deal with the rest of the world. But it starts with oneself. More time to meds, more time to reflect, more time to... That's why I love gardening, because all I do is just think. Me and the grass and the birds, and I just think.
Yeah.
And having that time. As I say, usually you're running up and down or people take up your time or something. And you've got more time to do things, you know what I mean? And it's wonderful. I'm giving thanks for this, King, man. I'm not lie. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
In a way, definitely.
Yeah, man, I draw a lot of positives from it still, you know what I mean? Obviously you can find negative if you want to find negative, you know what I mean? And obviously we feel it for people who's losing people and things like that. You may lose a few people still, not close. But you know what I mean? We lose people and them things are terrible, really. You know what I mean?
Telling you. I mean,
cool.
Before we start, as you said, on Sunday I put up a picture of like just flowers in my garden, yeah. And I'd lost in the last 6 weeks UK principal, an empress I used to go to school with called Dolores, Empress Del, and then I lost on Friday Ty. I don't know if you know the rapper Ty.
Yeah.
Now, Ty...
I didn't know him personally, but yeah, I know Ty.
I only met him once, and the reason being, Shawnee T asked me to do a hook called Veterans.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
Ty done it. Ty is one of the
Yeah.
Thais. So when Shawnee did the launch in Brixton chip shop a couple months just before the lockdown, I was in there and Shawnee said, yeah, man, we're going to do the tune and they're going to video us and that. And when I started, he turned on and said, Ras, are you that sing that hook? After the way I sing it, I said, yes, King, man. I met, obviously, I knew Redney P and I know, but I didn't know Black Twang or I didn't know, I know Ragga Twins and Navi. So meeting him, I just met the brother and he said, yes, King, yeah, the rest of the way I sing. I said, yeah, man, it's a pleasure to know the eye because obviously this is our veterans and you guys, you know what I mean? The respect is mutual. So he went into hospital and Shawnee said, yeah, he should be okay. Bam, Friday. And today, my eldest daughter's best friend's dad, he's been in and out of hospital. And then he just had a little one. And then he passed away last night. So I got my daughter in there coming downstairs. She's in tears. And it's one of those. I'm seriously, the times there's just been, I'm not sure if it's me, but it's just too many deaths at the moment.
Right, okay.
Or is it normal?
No, brother. No. I'm not buying the normal thing, you know. Right. Because even before this virus thing here, yeah. We call it the 1-9. Even before this 1-9 thing come, I felt that there was too many deaths.
Yes.
One time we used to say it come in threes.
Yes.
I lose count.
Yeah, man. This year alone.
Because it's not coming in trees, it's just been constant. I look at Reading, you mentioned Reading.
Yeah.
If you know how many people forward in Reading within the last 6 months, even if we go back a year, maybe even longer than a year, you know, it's just like
one after
every 2 weeks, every 2 weeks, somebody will drop out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not right.
And I'm like, this is not normal. Something's funny here. This is not normal.
Okay, I thought it was I alone being in this, you know, I was thinking, yeah, it's something the right, blessed. Something the right, too many. It's just too many and it's breaking my heart. It's having an effect on me. I won't lie.
It has to, innit? It has to.
Getting to me a little bit. But still got to try and stay positive. But wow.
Yes. Yeah, King. No, I'm glad you mentioned that still because of all of this, certain things have like gone to the back of your mind and you have a reason about that. So I'm glad you just said that and now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, man, I was complaining about that before. I'm just like, come on. I was like nervous when I see somebody calling me from Reading. I was just like nervous.
Yeah, you think
I was like, who know?
Who know? Yeah.
Who know? You know what I mean? And it's
been like that. Yes, and it's not stopping.
Yeah, it's strange, you know.
Yes, very odd. It's very odd. At the same time, it's strange. But yeah, King, it's just one of those. And give thanks for the family and the youths them, and it makes me even start thinking about my own mortality. You know, them ones, DJ, because I'm thinking all these people here that have just dropped out recently, they're all of my age and all around my age, apart from obviously Shana's dad's friend's dad. But it's scary. It's a little bit
very scary. I mean, sorry, King. I don't know. I said this to Craig the other day, and then when I look back, it was fine. But just make sure you look like half your head is chopped off on my screen. It might be all right. I just
all right. Can
just adjust some and get some more. Yeah, have a good looking face, you know. Brother. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not afraid to tell you that, you know. Some man even want to tell their brethren, say them, look at your smile, man. He's a man. Anywhere you ever forward with me, you know, anywhere we ever go together, you know, and I introduce it to somebody, you know, they'll say, oh, look at his smile. You can just tell he's a lovely person from his smile. So let them see your smile, man. I don't want you cut off, you know what I mean?
I can see it, my face at the moment, and I can't help. You're making me laugh even more, DJ. Yeah, but yeah, family. I mean, we're there, and as I said, we have to just give thanks and got you, because wow, it's a very strange times at the moment.
Yeah, like you say, make you think about your own mortality, then way that's still on.
Yeah,
and what you have in place, and think about the children and them thing there. You
know all that. You see me, I tell you, it really makes you start to think. But as I say, you know how I am. I still try to remain positive and try and look for the good things. You know what I mean? But certain times I won't lie. I have to sit down and just say, wow, what's going on, man? Principal, and then this and
all principle, man. Like, you know,
that one.
That was hard.
I couldn't.
When I hear that one day, I was just like, wow, why?
Well, funny enough, you know, me and him, we left us. Somebody stuck up. I think it's rooftop. He stuck a video up. Me and principal, we was down in this club in Walthamstow doing like what we call the Goa Sun Splash launch, a party.
Yeah.
And it was me and him, and we was just bouncing off one another like how we usually do, you know. And after the dance, I'm walking to my car. I said, "We want? We are got principal." He said, "Boy, Mr. Kingjay, Mr. Go to the cab station, you know. Just drop me at the cab station." And I said, "All right, cool. Come have my car down there." So, and he said, "Slow down a little bit, down. You walk a bit too fast." So, "So you mean?" He said, "I said, no, man, I'm a split, so you know my car is a non-smoking car, so we take my time and burn my spliff." And so said both of us walked to the car, and he said, about his, I said to him, "You were saying about your belly and all of this. You have to lose that in my youth." And he said, "Yeah, King, I'm working on it, but you know I got the blood pressure and the diabetes thing, and I think something else he mentioned." And I said, "Brethren, well then that make it even more so. You have to make sure it's a sort out that. You see me? Hey, King, you know what you do, Mr. King, you know what we do." And so, all right. So, and one more time I put lose. And that was it. And when I got these phone calls Saturday morning, about three of them, Gregory Fabulous, then Lou, and then I'm looking at this phone. And then Lou said, "Yeah, I'm gone, you know. Send me a text." So I rang Principal's number. It went to a voicemail, obviously. I thought, flipping it, man. I sat down the whole Saturday, my bless. It's only Sunday. I rang back Gregory and I rang back Lou and I said, "Brethren, I couldn't talk yesterday, you know. Seriously, every time I tried to talk, something just come up in my throat and I had to let it, you know, so I'm all right now." And we reason and then bam. Because just before that, Joy had gone. Joy Mac.
Yeah.
And every time I used to see Joy, I used to say Joy in the morning, Joy in the day, and Joy at night. What go on, Empress? And she said, "Oh, King J, wait. Yeah. Watch out. Hold on, somebody wants to say hi. This Solar there. No, back to the interview. When am I going to do it with all the loud voices?
Hi, Solar. What go on?
Hi, I'm good, you know. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, you know. You see me like head not good, head scarf I wear. Is the family all right, though?
Yeah, everything's wonderful, you know. Everything is wonderful. You okay? You been good?
Yeah, I've been keeping good, giving thanks, you know, because just got to stay safe and you know how it is.
Yeah, exactly. You stay safe, though, innit?
Yeah, definitely. How the kids in now?
Sorry?
How the children?
Yeah, everyone's well, you know.
That's good?
Yeah, everyone's really well. Everyone's well, so I give thanks, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I don't know about children anymore, though. Imagine my youngest going to be 19 in a couple of days, you know.
No.
Young Solo.
Yeah, I'm hurt, man. Little Eli in a done. Yeah, I'm hurt, man.
Young Solo.
I'm glad, obviously, I give thanks, but he's kind of wounded me a bit still, you know what I mean? You know what I want?
Yeah, true. Well, let's hope we can get over this and you and Don can work together and I can see you perform again. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, definitely.
Just giving
any minute now.
Yeah? All right. Yeah. Stay blessed. One love.
Guidance is love.
Friends, when was that made? My friend's asking.
What do you mean? As in the video?
Yeah.
The video was made in January, yeah.
That's what I thought it was. Yeah. Thank you. Bless up to all.
Yeah, Mama said it's a year, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, how you mean, man? I love that, man.
Yeah, rest. So yeah, King, it's just all the babies getting big and it's a mad thing. For them, sometimes when you think about the world they're growing in, my family, it's like, I think it's gonna be better in a way for them, but because as you do as a parent, you fear for them, innit? You always worry for them, and you look at Wagwan and you're saying, damn, we've never had anything like this to have to deal with. My youth was running up and down in the park, and you know the ones, youth clubs and stuff, they got gangs, they got.
But I just pray, I really do pray that there's every opportunity to come out the other side of this in a better position and more new and improved. You know what I mean? And
that's to be.
You know, but it's going to take some strength, because obviously the powers that be are not going to really want that improvement. You know what I mean? Because you can see that they're trying to push. They're pushing their agenda, said to me. You understand what I mean? So, you know, but we have an opportunity within ourselves, like I was saying before, we have an opportunity to know ourselves better. You know what I mean? And move forward with that, really. And I really hope, especially for the well, we're always thinking about the youth, them still, you know what I mean? But then for realize that, look, there's more important things in life than this and that. You know what I mean? This foolishness and that foolishness. And I run down this and I run down that. Because look, everybody in the same boat now.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5 months ago, you was running up your mouth that you are the biggest in the area, and you had the best car, and you had the most, and you got this amount of bags, and you got this stacking up and that stacking up. That not helping out.
Yeah, not putting you nowhere.
Everybody, me and you are the same thing. You know what I mean?
Both. In fact, your big car can't even drive. Where you go?
What you say?
Where you going on your big car?
Yeah.
Down the road from me, I be Asians here, the ones them that own all the shops and stuff. This is where the kind of area I live into, yeah. And I just take a walk around the block every now and again in the mornings, and I see the biggest rides, and they're all parked up. Where you going on your big fat range and your Porsches and your this? I'm thinking, yeah, you just like me, bro.
Yeah.
It don't mean anything. The only thing that matters now more is your sanity and your health.
Yes, sir.
Keeping your home together, you understand? So
that's it. You don't get much more than that, really. You know. When you think about this thing, you don't see them talking about it's more likely to affect people of color, black people and Asian people and everything. Now, you hear this talk, you know?
DJ. Remember, herding was the first thing that Boris come off with, yeah? He said, we need to get together herding. And then he said the social distancing. Then he came in with all the other measures afterwards. And then him catch it. Okay? Now, the way I'm looking at this thing here, bless, I'm from day one. Ask Bev. I said to them, there are more people that die from flu at that time of the year, usually between October and March, more than this 19. So why has it caused the whole world to go on pause? Now, I believe there's a bigger agenda. We're still yet to see. And the reason why England, which was the last country to lock down, and notably, we're the only country that doesn't have guns in Europe. Yeah, the police, I mean. Everywhere else has had guns and they had a serious lockdown. And now, apparently, Italy, we've got more numbers dead than all of them. 30,000 gone plus the matter we bought and all these things. Another thing that I'm still not convinced about, because what happened to the normal death rates of diabetes and heart attack and all the other things that are fatal, you don't hear about that. You don't hear about the people them that are recovering, the figures. You don't hear about other theories on this whole pandemic, because that's the word, Bridget. I mean, I said to Beth from day one, I don't feel this thing. I've never worn a mask yet. And I haven't worn a glove, but I'm not going to be stupid and go out there and come up on Facebook and tell one, say, yo, this thing is a hoax and I don't believe it, and come up there, mask up and all this. I'm not running the gauntlet, because if I go out there and sit and reach me and or I bring it to my family. But at the same time, King, I'm not following that it's this man-made thing here that I'm more looking at mandatory vaccines. That concerns me more than any of that. Even
well, that's my biggest fear.
That's mine.
So that seemed to me, that's the only agenda that makes sense with the policies. That when I see them, I push the policies. You understand? It don't make no sense, because you're telling me you're on lockdown, but you ain't quarantine anybody that's coming into the country. You understand? And I just know them say, they're gonna try and do it at the end of the month. So you mean now you're telling people that you want to ease lockdown? Now you're gonna test people that's coming into the country,
bro?
You understand? So None of them policies don't make no sense. So the only thing that makes sense, remember at the very beginning, the man said they want to try for herd immunity.
Yes, I remember.
That means he want. First of all, the man referred to the eye as herd. You know?
Yes,
check the words on it. I don't business if that's a phrase.
It's a phrase of sheep.
Herd. I mean, we never love that phrase. I don't like that talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so the plan was for the item to catch it, for everybody to get the thing. And when you check the policies, that's exactly what it's doing. That's why they're letting people coming in from America. Look how much people them have in America. 70,000, 60,000. And so that's the plan. So as far as I'm concerned, that's the plan. So then you have to look and say, well, they really want to push the vaccine thing.
Yeah.
Because from a day, you see, like, all right, then, like how we mentioned him already, my boy, he never had no vaccine.
Okay.
From him growing,
Okay.
He never had no injection, nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And brother, if you see the letters they used to send him home from school with, some threatening letter,
Of course.
You have to where. And I used to write the thing, return to sender. I get back to him and say, carry that back. Until it's get too much. So I took it back. I said, I'll take it back.
Right. And
I went back up to the school. I said, listen, you see this? Don't send him with none of these things again. We already tell you no. But if you see the way there was, everybody can have their opinion and say they agree with the thing and they don't agree with the thing. That's up to them. But I just know the way that they was passionate about it.
Yeah, man.
I never see them be passionate about looking after I. Nothing like pushing this thing. That's why I don't trust it.
Exactly.
Because I never see them passionate like that. So then now, when man start talking about mandatory vaccine and then thing, that's when they get sticky, brother.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to jail, you know what I mean? Because no man can hold me down and push a needle in me,
All right. But here's the thing. Because I've reasoned with Kitty over this, and I'm adamant. I even read that respectfully decline. Yeah? But check this out, DJ. If you want to travel, if you want to go to the restaurant or the pub, if you want to go to a football match, if you want to fly, if you want to go to work to pay your mortgage and your bills, sooner or later, you're going to have to take the joke. Because most people or half the people will say, nah, I'm not having it, don't want it. All right? But when you think about it, sooner or later, if you want to do anything that you was doing previous to February, anything you want to mention, anything, you're going to have to take the joke as how I see the agenda. I said this to Beth from day one. I don't want to take it. What the hell are you talking about these rat brains that they've been using and all of these? And then you may have to even put a strain of the 19 in there into me. I said to them, hell no. But then when I think about it, DJ, 7 weeks we're going into, and I'm saying, if we're really going to have to, if you're going to really restart this thing, because yesterday, all right, Saturday, my wife made a $18 transaction online. Do you know how much it was in pounds?
How much?
£25.
What?
The pound, Google it. The pound is worth 80 pence to the US dollar. You hear me? Yeah. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking about this recession we're in, and nobody's talking. The pound has, in a way, not just the markets, the pound has collapsed. Me and you know, when we used to have the pound, I didn't care whether when you had the franc and the fucking mark and all of that before euro, if I bring a £1 sterling, you have to bring me more than one for my pound. All right? Not anymore. Google that, bro.
Yo, you could take that pound anywhere.
Not now.
You take that pound anywhere, and I'm have to give you back double. For the money, you know what I mean? No. Like, one time you used to get $2 $2 for a pound.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yes. You go Caribbean, you get all 6, 7 Caribbean dollar for the £1. You know what I mean? 10 for one and then thing there.
You go Caribbean with your pound now. The US man standing up over there is stronger than you. You get more Caribbean dollars for his dollar than we will for the pound now. That's What's changed? And nobody is talking about that also. This is why
so, brother, even when you go Caribbean, they don't even want to take the Caribbean dollar.
No.
They're telling you US. Anytime I'm like, no, Caribbean, me I deal with it now. You don't need to wake up.
Yes.
I'm build your currency. You need to wake up. I'm paid in you know what I mean? When I change my money, they say, oh, you want US? Okay, I said Caribbean, mate. Yes. Eastern Caribbean. You know what I mean?
Yes, please. But now the pound has taken a blow. And we're still sitting here under lockdown, and America is already starting to get certain states to open up. My brethren in California said that they're on a thing called first phase, which means that they've started to allow certain things like what my boy was suggesting yesterday, but they've gone actually even further. They've actually opened up. Australia, Sweden, they have been normal for 2 weeks. I mean, fully normal.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Czech Republic has done a good job as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't understand what the States and what England is doing, because their figures is so high, and they want to release lockdown before countries that had that. You know what I mean? How can a country have it a month before you? Yes. And you're gonna ease the lockdown before them. I understand financially. Yeah, everywhere is in a recession. Every country is in a recession. Every European country is in a recession. Yeah? They even saying that America gonna have to borrow $3 trillion to get through this. Yeah? I don't know who they're borrowing it from. That's another question. I would like to know when they talk about this deficit. I don't know who this money is, who all this deficit to, you know.
I know. Who paying
anyway. So everybody's in a recession, and that's why the man is even saying now, go to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're using the people as pawns, man. You know what I mean? Just for to support the little 1%. You understand what I mean?
Yes. But then, check it. Why would you, if you're a money person like what they are, yeah, it would make sense to A, risk the people, and B, get them to work, innit? Because you want to make your monies, right? But Britain, for some reason, are hauling and pulling. Every time it's even arresting. You've obviously seen the arrests that happened when they had a march, I think, was it yesterday or the weekend? Police went in there and arrested people left, right, and center, my brother. And none of them are wearing masks.
I see a police
wearing masks or gloves. And I'm saying, what? Do you know something that we don't?
Well, you're not the first person to say this to me. I was reasoning with somebody yesterday, and they said the same thing.
Yeah.
Because when I look at that, I would imagine, from a government point of view, the last set of people in an occupation that you would want to have a pandemic within that occupation would be the police.
Come on.
I would have thought the last thing you would want is the police force to be overrun with sick people who got the 1-9. You understand?
Right.
So, them say they can't separate because they need to get them in the van, and so they can't keep the distance or All right, even if I buy the excuse then.
Yes.
Well, they're now wearing a mask and the gloves.
Yes.
I don't like that. Don't make no sense, because of all the people you would say that you would want the emergency services to be fully functional.
Yeah.
So you would expect them to take the most care with them. And this is what I don't understand. You don't see the police wearing nothing. Look how long they was fighting to get protection for the health workers, the nurses and the doctors. That don't make no sense.
No sense whatsoever. It doesn't make sense. A lot of these things are not making sense, bro. From the start, I've said this. It's sketchy.
In all honesty, sorry to cut you. In all honesty, it would have made more sense. And I probably would have. I don't know if I would agree with it, but it would have made more sense that the government turn around and say, "We've just ordered 2 billion masks."
Yeah.
But the first people to get their mask is emergency services.
Yeah.
Police, fireman, and the doctors them. And then after that, we're gonna see if we can issue out mask and them thing there. You know what I mean?
All right.
That would have made more sense to me, innit? Because if anything, you need to have those services running.
Of course.
So you have all these police just driving around in van, 8 of them in a van, coming up close to people, telling people, we're going to arrest you because you're not keeping your distance. Back off, what you all up on me for?
What is that? What is that? And the question you posed about the black people being affected, as I've always said, anything that has been tried and tested and it's taken them over 2,000 years to get rid of us as a people, we usually are the first victims. So I'm looking at this thing, and first of all, there was a thing where they were saying, hang on, because if it's not in Africa, and the sun seems to fuck up 19, it seems that melanated people seem to be okay. All right? That was the first concept I remember. Then it was all...
Yeah, the first time they talk about ethnicity, they say, oh, it comes like black people can't get this thing.
Do you remember? Now all of a sudden in New York, in the States, niggas dropping like, according to them. I'm like, hang on a minute. Whoa. I thought, and then all right, and then people going, oh, it's because they're first line workers and because of this, that's probably why niggas are getting it. Bruv, all of this is confusing the fuck out of me, but one thing remains. I've still got this gut feeling. They're gonna have to show me. Is there another agenda behind this? Is there something else that you want to try and put in place? Because if that vaccine also has the chip in it, my brother. Okay.
You see the whole black people thing getting it more, and even Asian people getting it more. I think just a theory. I think one theory is just a small screen to try and cover up the fact that we on the whole live a poorer life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Are not taken care of, especially in America.
Of course.
Especially in America, it clearly shows, you know what I mean, the state that black people are living in, the healthcare, the way that they're looked after as citizens of a country, who help build a country. You know what I mean? So it's easier. I think it would be a good smoke screen to cover that over and just say, oh, it's not because we have you living in a worse condition. It's because you're more prone to get it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? A small screen like that. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Because they
have to remember, you know, even in England now, you'd have 7, 8, 9 adults living in one house.
Yes. Especially if you're Asian.
In an Asian household, because they deal with family and look after family, and they can't, you know what I mean? And financially, that's how they do it. You understand what I mean? And so, you know, people pile up in a one house. And you don't really get that with English people like that. You know what I mean?
No. Only Asians and few Jewish families you've got.
The only white people you see that do that really is immigrants.
Yeah.
Polish and Romanian people, they would do that when they first come to get themselves on the ground, which makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which makes sense.
A policeman or a fireman that's died from 19. I have.
Say that again?
You heard of a policeman? One police.
How many of one?
No. That's strange, isn't it? I thought Prince Charles had it. I thought Boris and Idris and all these mother suckers had it. And none of them. Nothing. And people...
Let me see a story on which paper? I think it might have been... I saw it online, you know, from one of these papers. And they say that the hospital that Boris was in, 2 doctors, you know, everybody had to sign the Secrecy Act, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
And like, if you do something with the Prime Minister already, you have to sign a thing, you have to talk the thing. And 2 of them got sent home because they was like, he ain't got it. And they got suspended. But obviously that story, I can't see that story again. That story, they get squashed, you know what I mean?
Long time, blessed, because they don't want those truths to come out, fire. I mean, for me, you know, the greatest thing that I would love as well, that a lot of Prince Andrew's antics and Bill Gates and Fauci and Hillary and all of these people, I was looking, that would be my happiest thing, is that a lot of disclosure would come out about the child pornography rings and the fucking human trafficking and all that. I'm just waiting for that one to bust, because when Andrew got fucked and Epstein got fucked, I thought, here we go. Come on now. Let's see some beans spilling. And then all of a sudden, you know...
Ali, we must be glad for this thing here, though.
Oh, Bridget. Even you, Boris, when I heard you got it, I said, you know what? You got some secrets. I know you got shit in your wardrobe as well, going to that public school and all of that shit. I know you guys. And that's what I'm really praying comes out of this. And that's the real thing that's making me happy, because there are certain indictments I've been seeing going on. I've seen it. And some, Prince Andrew, public, from, Epstein, Weinstein. Yeah, the shit's coming out, and England needs more time to cover up their shit. And some of them bitches, I know they're running. I know. I think.
Enough of them glad this thing come around, Enough of them glad, because just take the heat off of them,
Seriously, bless. And those who forget bun will get bun, because there's always going to be a few casualties. But yeah, some bigger things are going on. Elizabeth, I see she's nervous, man.
Don't get me started on them things, man. None of them things don't make no sense to me. None of them people, I find it very difficult to trust. I don't trust billionaire,
Nope. Not if you're corporate.
I don't trust billionaire.
Not if you're corporate.
I don't trust billionaires.
Even self-made, innit? Even the so-called.
I don't. Well, money is a dangerous thing,
It is.
Yeah.
That game.
Money is a dangerous thing.
Yeah.
Because as far as I see, growing up and everything like that, most of the people I see that receive money, whether they was born into it or it was self-made.
Yes.
Them turn funny.
Yes.
Them start move differently and start do some funny things.
You find 95% of them.
Yeah.
I don't follow. I'm a morals you, values, spiritual you. So I don't follow people. I like to see the receipts on any motherfucker. That's just me. I don't just take what I want and say. I need to see the receipts, bro. And when I'm checking out the papers and the receipts on most of these so-called celebrities and sports, all of them are coming up short. All of them. And if they fall into that billionaire track, lane there, I'm suspect already of you, bro. You know what I mean? Because I know what it brings. Them power games and the circles and the type of people. You can't be having private islands and flying out there 20 times, Bill Gates, to Epstein's temple in Haiti, and children come up missing. And then I'm not supposed to draw no conclusions here. Listen, man, I'm a man. I said I need to see the receipt. And we will be here nearly all day reasoning, Bridget. And that's why I have to see your person, because you don't know 5G. They're going to be listening in and watching certain ones who you're not walking the same path like all the rest of the crowd. How comes you're not following the sheep? Because I question shit. Man.
I ain't never been a follower. You're a ragamuffin, I ain't never really. Listen, look here.
Old Raggamuffin, diamond socks, Clarks, and beaver pelt.
I'm a trod my trod, you know what I mean?
Straight, DJ.
I trod my trod. And while me and you is on the same path, it's all good. Yeah. But when you have to go so, and me have to go so, it's all good. But me have to trod my trod, and you have to trod your trod.
Stay in your lane. That's it. And righteousness, is at the bottom line of all of this. Right from wrong. In any method, walk of life, example you can think of. It's all about right over wrong right now. And because people have been lied to consistently, taught lies, shown daily lies, and people are going, hang on a minute, that ain't making sense, and questioning shit. And I want the positive to come out of all of that at the end of it. And a word called accountability. Meaning, if you're doing a job and you're not doing it well, like if I and you do a job and we don't do it well, it's out and next. Why is that not applied to these politicians and these so-called world leaders who deal with the most nepotism? All you're picking them. What? You see my little place, Jamaica? Nearly every one of them politicians in that parliament there is there because their dad or granddad was there before. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's nothing like, oh, vote for that man because he's gonna fix that road or build a school or a clinic. No, no, no. It's because daddy's daddy was there and he's got the most money to run the election and go around and give food.
It's the illusion of democracy, isn't it? Really,
yeah.
It's just the illusion of democracy because every one of them come out to the same teaching.
Yes.
All of them coming out of Eton. That's not democracy.
No.
That's choosing, choose which one of the block you want. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
If I give you a box of matches and tell you could choose any match you want, you think that's democracy? That's not democracy. No. That's the illusion of it. Because at the end of the day, I want you to take a match.
Yes.
I want you to take one of the matches that I made.
Yes.
So, but the way that the psychology of it is, instead of me saying to you, take this match, and you're gonna rebel against it, I'm gonna lay out a whole heap of match and say, yo, you could have anyone you want. You understand?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's still the match. It's still the match that I want. You know what I mean?
Come on. But they're gonna make you the one to do it, and you the one like everything else. Come on, man. If I want you to love Satan, I've got to bring it to you in the form of Father Christmas. You understand? Because that's the only way you're gonna accept Satan. If I
come on, man, it's like what's the song? What's the song for the movie there? A spoonful of sugar makes the medicine. You know that tune there?
Yeah.
I know the same thing.
Mary
I know the medicine that tastes good, so we say, all right, look, I'm gonna make you take this here, that tastes good. I'm gonna just push a little sugar around the edge of the spoon, and then sugar. You know what I mean?
That's what I tell them. I said, if you put cherry and icing on shit, it's still shit. But you're not taking it and going, no, cherry and icing, it's shit I'm serving you from. But if I brought straight shit, you wouldn't have it. But because I put icing on it, or that little umbrella in the cocktail, you say it's sweet now. Yeah, that's how I see it. Spoonful of sugar. But people are wising up, King. That's what I love.
Well,
You've been a wise you. You've been a wise you. You and YT, and then I know Aqua. I know Kris. I know your circles in that respect. Just the Reading ones that I know the link. I knew that you guys were fully awake, especially you and YT. When you did that thing at St. Paul's, that thing at St. Paul's, King, the church.
Yeah,
remember?
Yeah.
I said,
what?
Yo,
all that.
Them you there.
You remember that? That's a long time, isn't it?
If I remember, that was a statement and Bridget, there weren't many people I know that would do something like that anyway, or even if you were thinking and feeling that way. Do you know the ones? I remember what you did to them people who were protesting out there, Bridget, and the one that got set up and blood clot, talk up the thing. But you say them thing you get ratings for you. Someone, but if I remember, I'm fucking big sitting that Bridget. I will never forget that. When I talked to Bev and I said, when I showed her Mount Whitey the other day, and she said, wow, he's a kind of good DJ, isn't he? I said, hold on a minute. And then I found the one with Rototom, you and him sitting down on the stairs with that Manu. And Bev went, wow. And I said, yeah, you lucky I ain't got no bits of them at St. Paul's. I said, I saw them, me know them youth here. Whitey. And I said, him bad like yeah. So what you talking about? Not just because I'm in Patois Suite and him can DJ. And he's a foundation. But look where his mindset and heart is. Then they went down to, yo, Virgin, I know that you are fully awake. You're one of the and much like Mark, because it ain't about a colour thing, it's heart and minds. You see me? Enough ones weren't checking that them depend some colour thing and some level one things, or if a man is gay or what. I don't give a shit about any of that. Yeah. I don't care about none of that. I'm not one of them long time Rasta man who say bullet for body man. Now what you talking about? Same like I'm not into the Bible. I'm not a Christian, Russ.
Yes,
I don't see Selassie as the second coming of Jesus Christ because I don't recognize Jesus Christ.
Yes, sir.
You see me?
Yeah, yeah.
And say, oh, as a Rasta man, you're supposed to behave yourself. If you had it your way, you'd have my woman in long skirt, high hair tie up, no nails, and not dealing with blood donza. Shut the fuck up. Let's get real with this thing.
You know, that's why when I done the tune, the Rastafari teachings, yeah. It was that meds I had still, because I found that a lot of people, especially like from traveling in Europe and that as well.
Yes.
And there's so many people got the thing confused, and I'm like, you know what?
Yes.
Sometimes when I overcomplicate the thing,
Yes, simplicity.
You know what I mean? He's I and I King, and there's a reason why I say he's I and I King, because me listen to his teachings, and I can't disagree with his teachings. And anytime I turn to his teachings for guidance, it set me straight. Yes. So therefore, I'm my king.
Yes. Simple.
I don't need to overcomplicate the thing more than that,
Exactly.
Cause like I say, Bible.
Parting of the sea, red wine, turning water to wine, all of that. Come on.
Don't forget, but then don't forget, even His Majesty said, His Majesty said, religion
kept at home
was meant to be a means of keeping us spiritual.
Yes.
It's meant to be a guideline of keeping us spiritual. That's what His Majesty is saying. Yes, so then that shows you that the spirituality
is the part.
Is the eyes that you're looking for.
Come on.
You understand? So then, so whichever path you take to get to that, then do your thing.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
But don't try and make the guide, which is what the Bible is. Don't try and make the guide be the thing. You understand? If you was visiting Paris, on your own, and a man and you buy a tourist map.
Yes.
It's like some people sit down on a bench and just reading the tourist map. Yeah. And I look on the picture of the Eiffel Tower. Yeah. And I look on the picture of the arch there. You know what I mean? And just say, yeah. And I say, yeah, man, we see Paris and get back on the train and leave. No, that's a guide.
Yes.
To get you to the
Yes.
And it's just a guide.
That's
nothing more than a guide.
It's all it is.
You understand what I mean? It's a guide. So even if I say to you, boy, to drive to my yard now, it's better you take the M40, the M42, than the M6.
Yeah.
And you reach my yard, you could just say, no, I'm not going that way. I'm gonna go M1.
Yeah.
And then take the M6 and cut across.
Yeah.
It don't matter. You don't have to follow my guide to the T. Just reach my yard.
Just reach, which is what it's all about.
Just reach my yard.
DJ, some people, Sizzler said it, simplicity, I do it. Simplicity, I do it. Simplicity. Because you remember when another incident, well, I'll always remember you for, apart from one that you did, which is even greater, but I will get to that part. That's the Barcelona part. But the one when we was in Gide, in Nantes, when the car mash up and broke down, and you look for me and give me and say, I'm gonna give him one of these slap. And that man sent me that rhythm, and you said, Kingjay, so I forgot to do something for this youth, all right? And I said, yes, I. So Gide sent me the rhythm, and I put a song on there called Rastafari Children. And the song is saying, every house and every mansion. I'm talking to all Rasta man. Get your own house in order. Don't be looking out there, the white man and this and slavery and that. Yeah, we know all of that. I was talking to 12 tribes, Bobo, EWF 12 tribes. Let's get Rasta house in order, because we need to be role models, examples, even if you love it or not. We need to be a legacy for the youths them. You understand? And instead of we burning out everybody else and everything else, Rasta getting out there. And you know that youth there, Gide? He sent a box to Dougie Conscious with an envelope with £300 in it. I said to Gide, I did that for you because of what you did for us that brilliant night. You understand? He said, oh, Kingjay, it doesn't matter. You did your works. And he sent me 2 rhythms since then. And he paid me for them. And I said to Gide, I'll reduce the fee. I can't charge you like what I would charge a one. You know what I mean? I said, because you did a thing for us that I won't ever forget. It wasn't you gave us a bag of money. You did a works that was magnificent, Bridget. If your wife never
had that... magnificent, man, because the man kept me on a level. The man kept me on a height. Difficult times.
Very difficult.
Difficult times, man.
I see that Julian since, you know. I see that Julian. I was in Bristol, the carnival, and Kingjay. And Bev looked at me and said, how old are you here? I said, as a youth that I know from France. And he said, Kingjay, you've been doing so magnificent and you make me proud. And Bev looking at me, she goes, so what to the brother here? Like, I said, it's a long thing, you understand? And then I obviously think of the eye, because when we ended up in that yard, yo, G-Day. And G-Day is doing some good things as well, you know.
Yeah, I see it, man. I see it, man. Fifth elements.
I element. Yeah,
I elements. Yeah, man. I see it. Yeah, I'm watching him, man. I see him, man.
I give him a link, buddy, and he said, Kingjay, I got another rhythm for you, you know. And I said, yeah, King, I've got a list of about 5, from Peckins to Cooler to David Judah. Everybody's sending me rhythms and say, Kingjay, I need to write a song for this. Dub plates, I've got about half a dozen at least. Radio DJs, they're all just turning up saying, Kingjay. 2 of them have paid me already. I said, I can't get in this. I ain't got a studio. I can't get in. Kingjay, real. Pay, because I know the circumstances right now. We're all under lockdown. I'm saying, wow. So by next week, I've got to spend about 2 days in the studio. I got to be writing. And
that's
so it's
nice, man. That's nice.
Because I'll be on the plantation like everybody else. Half, you know, my spirit half dead and my brain. Right now, I dress what I like. I smoke when I like. I use my own bathroom. I can see my family. And we haven't had no arguments in the yard. We've been here 7 weeks. The most we've ever been together that I can even remember. Because normally, you know how it is.
Come on, man. You see what I mean?
And we're good. No domestics around here. Everything is blessed, King, man. And the weather's not been too far, not bad either. So
I have to give thanks for the weather still.
Yeah, it's been great. I think that's people power once again, you know. I think that's people power. They've and the fact that they probably can't get to spray as many chemtrails up there as they wanted to. You know what I want?
I've been saying that, you know. I'm saying it's kind of, I don't know. I see something mystical in that still. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like the weather has been amazing for us going through this thing. You know what I mean? Because
seriously,
we was experiencing the normal weather that we supposed to experience.
Be rain.
I'll push you when it comes to shove. You know what I mean? Like,
are the people them insisting on this weather?
To shove, man.
Yeah, man. I think this is people power once again being exercised. I personally think, and for me, I think it's us as well, because I said the weather being nice like this, it's been very fresh, the air. And watch my postman. No glove, no mask. Just delivering the mail. Yeah, just delivering the mail and everything like normal. It ain't right, DJ. Something not right. Sitting all right. All those people that wear gloves are
right, man. Yeah, but you have to, like you say, you know, you have to use this time and concentrate on we, you know. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Cause I'm not wasting energy. I'm trying to work out what this fool is doing, really, or trying to get to the depths of this and trying to go in things where you know you're just gonna buck up on barriers because they're not gonna tell you the truth, or you're not gonna have the clearance to hear this information and read it. So I'm kind of in one ear, I just say yeah and take it out, but I'm not, and then let it go on the other side because I'm not surprised. People acting like they're surprised at the way we're being treated, whether the way black people are treated, whether just the way just the way people are treated. People are surprised, and I'm not surprised. I'm like, what do you expect? Look where we are. The elders them tell us from a longer time, you know.
Yeah.
The only one way for you to deal with this thing, you know, that's left from around here, so leave. You know what I mean? And we never leave, we're here. So, and that's my decision. That's your decision. So I'm not surprised.
No.
When these people draw a card on me and when they try to, because that's all they've ever done.
Exactly.
That's all they've ever done. So why are you surprised now that they don't care about you? People are like, oh, they really don't care about us. I said, what, it's just now you're working that out.
Exactly.
You're supposed to know that from longer time. That's why, again, getting back to the thing, just quickly touch the vaccine thing.
Yes.
I find it hard to trust them.
No.
When they tell me they want to do something for me, I'm worried about that.
Yes.
The only thing I ever see them passionate about doing something to me is attacking me.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
understand?
Exactly.
So I ain't got no faith in that. When I see you that emotional about it, cause anytime they got something for the eye that's of benefit, I have to chase them.
Yes.
Them the pressure me to give it to me.
No.
I have to chase them. When they have something that's beneficial to I have to chase them.
Yes, right.
They ain't never chased me yet to give me something that's beneficial for me.
Exactly.
So when them come chasing after me for do this and do that, I must be cautious.
Of course. Of course. Because it's never been good for us ever before. So yeah, but I'm that's the one. But DJ, on that note, do you want to leave the country? Because I'm thinking now, I'm making plans. I'm actually moving my plans forward now to actually move out of this. I need to leave this place. I always had it, and they always said to me, "Oh, Daddy, Daddy." I said, "Caribbean, Africa." I'm sorry, Caribbean, Africa. I really think that this is a wake-up call for us as a people. If you had any plans or anything you really want to do, as in, do you really want to stay here and do what we're doing here? Or do you really want to be in an environment which is a bit more conducive? Personally, I want to be in the Caribbean or Africa, King Man. I don't mean have to be there permanently. Go and come. I'm always a go and come. And with reconnaissance. I'm not just gonna go and take my ass and sit down and say, yo, me there Shashamania, me there Ghana, me there. I'm definitely not gonna be in Jamaica with the corruption that they've always had there. I'm not going there. That's definitely. But Caribbean, yeah, I've got some friends in certain parts of the Caribbean that, brethren, that I'm looking to say I want to spend 3, 4, 5 months of the year there every year while we got the health and strength. Because this place here, and technology is not the issue either. Same like how you have your setup there, sir. You can have it same way in St. Kitts. You can have it in St. Vincent. And you can have it in any part of Africa that your spirit takes you to. So why do I have to be here physically? These are the things. I don't need football. I don't need fucking Skype. I don't need your bars. I don't need your hairdressers. I don't need McDonald's. All of you motherfuckers that are shut down and barling, I don't really need you. That's what I'm
You see the people that are queue for McDonald's and queue for Kentucky.
You know the worst one? When they opened Atlanta last weekend, the niggas them fighting each other in the queue for Jordans.
Yeah, like
yo.
Yeah, but I don't want.
You understand?
Them teenagers get me mad, King. Them
I'm
teenagers get me
telling
mad.
you.
All the other them see man a queue for bagel. When them fly the bagel shop.
Yeah.
I can understand. A part of me I can understand that. All right, you want to eat something different or whatever like that. Do your thing still,
Yeah.
but that's not my priorities. That's not where my priority lies. When it comes to living here, I wish I'd gone a long time ago. I had the opportunity to go a long time ago. I had the money to go a long time ago, and I didn't go. As far as now is concerned,
yeah,
brother. But I mean, I tell you, I've had my St. Kitts passport for like nearly a year now.
Wow.
But when I get my passport.
Wow, DJ.
Yeah.
That's what
I got my passport, so I know. That's one option for me.
That's
and
what
I could
I'm
go
talking
there.
about.
I mean, I'm citizenship. I got my passport and I got my citizenship.
Wow.
So
wow.
I can go.
Well done. There is an option. There you go. You've given yourself and your picnic them an option. You don't have to stay here, as in compulsorily. So
the reality is, King, this place is not for us,
It is not. It isn't.
That's the reality, I don't want to be a burden to my children here, because that's what you're gonna be when you get old, These people here, you understand? This is they don't look after their old here, and it costs and it's expensive for you to be old here. That's why they're glad they're dead off.
Yeah.
That's why they're glad.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't like the fact that. So I've given us that one option, and then I'm looking at other options as well.
Likewise, yes. Why not? The world is our oyster, my brother. The whole world is our oyster.
And even that the blessing of being able to travel and do is open your eyes to say, you know what, it's not that hard to make a go of this thing,
No, it's not.
take off the blinkers and know that you can move, you know. And like you say, you know,
yeah,
you can even make it so that you can even go and forward back and go and forward back or whatever, like that. You know what I mean?
But exercise that opportunity, for real. You're ahead of me, DJ. I'm not surprised, but on that one day, you already have your passport, everything. I love that. I love that because that's what I'm all about.
You know, yeah, me get that from when, and even that, like, so about 2 years ago, I took Eli, went St. Kitts, yeah. Let's go there and pick up my car. I'd already applied for it, so when I pick up my passport, and even then, you know, because you mentioned the 5G, I did get a new phone.
Yes.
I know when I was going out there, we was gonna film a video out there.
Yeah.
So I said, let me get a new phone, so it's got a good camera on it to film the video. So that's something film the video for Smile, yeah.
Yes.
But when I'm looking for the phone, I was like, here, what though? I don't want a phone that's got 5G capability on it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just to give myself a little a break from that. You understand what I mean? So yeah, I have a new phone, but it can't take 5G.
So good. And I'm the same. I'm not working with it until it's compulsory. Because even the things I've heard about that, I'm like, really? It's not good. It's not good.
Nothing is good. All the microwave in our house is not good.
I know.
Even just a regular phone. Remember, you could get them. You know, you could get them crystal that you put on the back of the phone.
Yeah.
That's meant to take up the radiation.
Yes.
From when you use the phone. So enough of the things that we use already is no good for you, really. But I don't see why I have to break myself to go into something that's even stronger.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
So we have to look at what's going on. You know, I don't think you should get. It's very easy to get bogged down in looking at different theories. Because I'm in the end of this word conspiracy neither, you know.
No.
You shouldn't get bogged down at looking at different theories.
Yes, right.
If you can only go so far before you're going to hit a brick wall. You understand what I mean? But what you're supposed to do is look and just say, all right, I'm going to try to avoid that then.
Yes.
All right then. But not really too delve into that too deep.
Yeah, you see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Let me make a plan to say, all right then, you know what? Push come to shove, I can make it.
Yes.
You understand what I mean? Because I don't need no 5G. My 3G, my 4G work fine. Look, I'm talking to you, we're good.
That's right.
Well, why I need an upgrade for?
Exactly. What am I talking about? So, and furthermore, you see the youths them down in them cobalt mines in the Congo?
Yeah.
That's why I don't buy no new phones, brethren. I stopped that. I'm not giving it any more strength. Because when I found out that part, and I once said, what can you do about world littering? So I stopped littering. You understand? I don't flick or throw anything that I have in my car out my window. That's my little bit. So my little bit as well, to help them youths in the Congo, I try now. I've gone up to the 6G where we're upon, and I'm done. I'm not going any further because when I found out about them youths there and them cobalt mines, it broke my heart. 7 years old. And their life expectancy is 42 years of age. Just to get the shit that goes into the cobalt that goes into these phones. Yeah. Facts. Pissed me right off because I like a new phone like anybody. You see me? But I'm done. I'm not giving it.
We have to look at what we're doing as individuals and change that still, you know what I mean?
Like what we said right about this 19. We got to start with one, then your family, and then the world. Yeah, it makes you have to start with the one, with the I. Everybody's got more time to think, reflect now.
You know what's interesting as well is how much I said it to Craig the other day still, is how much
which Craig you talking?
How much everything which Craig from, I done when I did a podcast with Craig from Mongols.
Yeah, Mongols.
Yeah.
I watched it.
And I was saying to him like how nature, has everybody stopped drive? Has everybody stayed in them yard? Pure animal, pure bird in my garden, you know. They say the waters them. Somebody sent me a picture the other day. They say, guess where this is? Yeah? I'm thinking, where are you? I said, how did you manage to fly out? Because I think they're in, I don't know, Maldives or something. If you see how the sea blue, the beach, I said, where are you? Them pulled back. It was in Portsmouth.
There you go. Believe.
And I used to work down there. I used to do some work down there sometimes, and I ain't never see that seafront look like that yet. We never see blue sea in Portsmouth yet. Me see black sea. I see grey sea.
Yeah.
You understand?
Mama Nature.
We never see no blue sea yet.
Yeah, Mama Nature at work. It's the first time in decades that she's been able to breathe and repair herself. It's coming like there's bit.
Not even that though. They said. I'm sure at one time they're telling you, oh, there's a big hole in the ozone layer and it's getting bigger and it can't get repaired. And you know, but now they're telling me the other day I hear them saying, oh, the hole is closing up because there's less pollution. I'm like, well, if it only take 7 weeks.
Yes.
Or no, not from just England then, so from the world. If it take from November till now, 5 months, 6 months, and the things start close up.
Yes.
And the water's getting clear and rare tear. All of this doom that these people is giving you is exaggeration. You understand?
Exactly.
So nobody ain't giving you the proper facts. You know, everybody's looking for the headline.
Yeah, that's right.
So even though it's true, even though they're saying to you, yeah, look, we have a pollution problem. It's coming like they was extorting the facts. And then that's why people can debunk it then. So people can turn around and say, are you talking nonsense? Because those facts aren't true.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because I don't understand how things can be replenishing so quick. When you was telling me it took a bag of years. I mean, I'm no scientist, but you know what I mean? It's evident. You can see evidently now things is a lot better than what they was. They're showing you the figures.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Them say all dolphin and fish is swimming around Venice.
Yes.
When I went Venice, we never seen no fish. Run us a stink.
Yeah, the water dirty and stink.
It smell like sewer. It's like sewer water running there.
That's what it was. And imagine, that's what you're right. One of the great benefits has been the cleaner Mama Nature, full stop. Air, sea, and rivers. Less people to pollute it, less system to fuck it up. And Mama Nature's going, thank you.
So you have a chance. So you really have a chance to come out of this thing on the positive. You know what I mean?
Do something positive.
You know what I mean? With us, you know.
Yeah.
We just pray we can spare life. You know what I mean? And then, but you really have a chance to come out of this thing with a positive. Really, you know.
No doubt. This is a great.
But I think that's gonna be a problem for me.
Why?
Kingjay, I mean, how you feel? You know me as a man already. I'm a positive man, but I don't like foolishness. You know.
No, that's right. We don't tolerate them things.
So you see, after this thing, somebody come and talk some foolishness in my ear. Like, I don't know, they're gonna get a fire still. You know what I mean?
They're gonna get burned up.
I'm gonna have to move away from them still. I'm gonna say, yo, we can't really time with you. You know, we can't. After all of this that's happened, you still talking like nonsense there.
Yeah, if you're dealing with foolishness, brethren, right now, after being through this, I don't think you can get right again, man. And I'm done. I'm done with people like that and situations. I'm done with people like that anyway. All them negative energies and foolishness, I'm done. Because they're all you're getting to see who is who and what is what, isn't it? So I think, this is what this was all meant to be and to happen, to find out the truth about this whole thing, you know? So, yeah, King, sorry, how long we been reasoning, King?
What, you have to leave? Time done?
No, so recording all of this. We're recording all of this then.
Yeah. Recording from
so you can hit at your leisure.
Man said, hold on. Are you named Donovan Kingjay? So all they don't know, you know, them man, they're talking.
Shamelessly. I'm shameless.
On a reason still. But yeah, we done enough time still. So anytime you have to move, you can move still. I give thanks for the reason still, you know what I mean?
Right now, me not gonna know where I've eaten, I've showered, my grass front and forward is very looking immaculate. I've never had the house so clean. I've hardly got anything to do. I'm just gonna be focusing on some music now.
Listen, you know, it's clean, innit? Serious?
Yeah, family. Because in the day, as you say, it's all about positive, man. And we can't be dealing with no foolishness after this, man. Certain ones, they have to fix up. We have to fix up. They have to fix up. The world has to fix up.
They have to fix up, but more than, and I think we who do stay positive.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay positive. You know what? I think we have to just learn to know that they say, all right, you know what? that done now. That relationship, that friendship done now because it's no longer beneficial to the two of us.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That means that you dislike them or you hate them or rate. Hopefully it hasn't come to that still, but there comes a point where you have to recognize just remember the same thing I'm saying, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody have to make them trod, you know.
Of course.
And if it go like that, it go like that still. You understand what I mean? So and you know, my personal trod is that I have to stay in a certain frame of mind.
Yeah.
I can't go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can do negative very well.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for half of my life, I've done negative very well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I can't go down that road there. So as the negativity starts creeping, because I can't do that. I'm not good at that. I'm not good on that level. Maybe another man could handle it better than I can. But I know within myself, I'm not good at that. That's gonna get me and a lot and people in problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm the thief that will get caught.
What is that?
I'm the thief that will get caught. If the one with the thief in and me get catch, because I'm not good. I'm not good on certain things. And them kind of thing there, it's just not I, you know.
You have to know yourself, innit? You have to know yourself, you know. I'm not good with that, King. You can't put me in that position there, because I'm not good with that.
Yeah, and you now put yourself in another position then neither.
No, sir, that's right. Me move from London out of that because I'm not good with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then even from Reading said now I make a try because it's like get too
sticky this or too.
But that was more of a financial thing still, because again, you have to try and live comfortable. So if I live in here in this country, I want to try and live as comfortable as possible.
In your humble means.
Way possible. I'm not breaking my neck to work in a system to pay a bag of rent to live in Rare Tete. I better me move up here where the kingdom is cheaper and I can afford a lifestyle easier that I want to have. You know what I mean? So I'm surrounded by fresh air and boom, blam, blim. You know what I mean?
Same thing when we go to Caribbean and Africa. Me no want no mansion. Me no want no big house and all of these things, brethren. I want a nice, comfortable, humble abode. You know? Some of that I can clean myself without bringing domestic help and all these things. But you have your big house and wool up a bag, a bedroom and all these things. Me, last person, I want a piece of land so I can plant a little something. Even if it's a little vegetable. You know what I mean? And just a humble yard. That's all I want. 2 bedroom, 3 max. 3's too many. Because it's only for me picnic them if they want to come stay. You know what I mean? But, bedroom, same like here.
Yeah. First time I go Gambia, you know, I meet a man out there. He live in Tangi. Yeah. Them time that the road them never built. So when you're driving from like Senegambia, I used to stay Kaloli. Yeah. And when you're driving from there to go Tangi, it was a rugged road, you know what I mean? Yeah. Now it take you like 20 minutes, 15 minutes drive, you know what I mean, up the highway. But before it used to take you like a good hour and a half to get there. Like a rugged road over thing. But anyway, he lived Tangi. And when I tell you, this man had his house, 2 rooms in his house, you know, the bedroom and a room, like a kitchen. Yeah? That's all he had on he had a big piece of land still. Okay. All he had was this little 2-room house, yeah? He had his radio that was solar powered. He used to have car batteries and recharge them solar panel, yeah? Yeah, man. And listen to the radio. We reached to the man's yard. The man said, you want something to eat? You eating breakfast, anything? We said, no, not really, because we had to set out early to spend the day. They said, what do you want to eat? I don't mind. He said, you want some fruit? What kind of fruit? I don't know, this and that. I'd rather reach up, so pick off of the tree, yes, sir. Pick off of the tree, yes, sir. Pick. You know what I mean? Yeah. I make a fruit salad and give. When it comes to dinner time, the man went fishing. The man, he lived by the sea, by Tangier. Yeah. The man went fishing. And that's him. I said, so what? You're really self-sufficient. He said, yeah, the most he just do is some of the harvest from the garden. He might take it to the market and sell it. But he said more time you don't sell it, more time you swap it. Yes. So you take some fruit and swap it. And maybe some couscous off for somebody, you know what I mean? Or you know what I mean? Proper bartering. Where the money come in? I see this man, I just like, yo, so at the time I was just like, whoa, you got it come to the realization of what he needs, you know what I mean? Yeah. And the basics that he needs, you know what I mean? Yeah. We've been bombarded with so many things that we think we need. And hopefully this little thing has made you realize, so, you know what, you don't really need that so much, you know?
I cut off Sky the first week. I said, Bev, after which football? And furthermore, football don't sweet me like first. I stopped loving football. I fell out of love with football about 2011. We got Sky, we got BT Sport, all these things. I said, Bev, cut them all off. We don't need it. Don't need it. And to say, will I miss it? No.
Wait, say that again?
Will I miss it? Is what I said to Bev. I said, well, look at these last couple months. Have you really missed it? No. Can you do without it? Yes. Cut that off. I said, cut it off.
It's nice to have it, but you don't need it. You know what I mean? You have to put it in perspective. You know what I mean? But yeah, I stopped paying them things, man. I cut off the TV and them things. I stopped paying them things.
Yeah, man. I'm the same now. I have to say that I don't watch news. I watch YouTube. And I can watch it on my phone or my laptop. I don't really need the TV. It's come redundant. I give thanks. Wasting all that time sitting there watching some bullshit Netflix, and yeah, some of them are quite good. I mean, and you know, you don't always want to be on a deep meds. You like light entertainment. I get it, but
that's the only thing I kind of use them thing there for. You know, like I don't really watch television like that.
No.
You know, I prefer, if I'm gonna watch something, I'll watch a movie.
Yes.
Something to just take my mind away from reality more than, like, you know what I mean? So I'll watch a comedy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like
I'll watch a sci-fi because it's fantasy to a degree, you know what I mean?
Sci-fi,
and just I'm just that, really, you know what I mean? But yeah, more than that. I don't watch foolishness, soap and them things. I don't watch them things.
Soap? Years I stopped that, man. I've actually burned people who watch that shit, man. That's garbage. Real garbage. From Coronation Street to EastEnders, every one of them, they're all pushing an agenda. I come in the TV, I come in the room. Oh, Dad. And you know what? I said, he looks like a man. That she looks like a man. He said, look, Dad, you're starting again. I said, do not get me started. I can't watch a lot of them shows with any seriousness, because I'm just looking at them and I'm seeing all these transgenders. I mean, women with some proper Adam's apples, shoulders wider than mine. Some fucking Anthony. And then I talk about, she has some. I said, what? I stopped watching enough of them. I can't watch them solo. I can't.
A long time ago, I remember I had a situation years ago still, you know, I come home from work.
Yeah.
When I reach inside the house, there's chaos inside my house.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Everybody arguing with everybody.
Wow.
Yeah, and I reach home and I don't even want to hear this. Every argument, everybody are arguing, everybody. I said, so I like, listen, I'm not getting involved right now. I just reach home. You know what I mean? I soon forward in there and see what's going on and try and sort it out, yeah? But I'm not into it right now. You know what I mean? Because I saw them in the kitchen and I quarrel. Everybody are quarrel. People upstairs are quarrel. Rare. I went into the front room and sit down, and I look on the TV, and EastEnders is on the TV. And the same thing that was going on in my house was going on the TV. You understand?
Yes.
Like the same, like the mom and daughters, and in my house, so I look at the TV and I look back at my house. I look at the TV. I look. When I start blaze a fire inside there and tell them about this soap television thing and right there. Yeah. And from there, so I don't really have them things around me, really.
I can't, bless it.
Because they're pushing it's pushing an ideology into your head that it's okay for you to argue with your parent. It's okay to be promiscuous and do
all of these things.
Lowering your moral standard.
Yeah.
Acceptable. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Them thing. That's why I'm gonna fire upon the game them. On some of the game them that the youth them just play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've always been like that guy. I used to see that within my children as well. Or my boy, when he played Grand Theft Auto as a youth coming up.
Yeah.
I'm a teenager. Him have an attitude.
Right.
His attitude used to be different.
Yes.
I'm gonna see it. You know what I mean? I see it clearly. Yeah. And it going on with certain things, and I'm just like, hold on a minute. You've been playing that game.
Yeah.
I'm a jar for the game and take the game from him from 2 weeks, 3 weeks. He's a different child.
Seriously.
So it's not like You know, and when I tell people about it, they're like, "Oh, that don't make no sense." Right? I say, "Listen, I'm telling you from what I experience in my household, and that's why I'm making a decision for my household." You understand?
Yeah.
I could pass this information on to you, and if you take it on board, you take it on board. If you don't, you don't. But don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's right.
Because I don't base my liberty of theories or what them tell me or what the government tell me to do. You know, I look in my household and see what's going on. You know what I mean?
And what you did there, I've seen the facts behind it. There was this little youth, and they did this experiment. I think it was that same Grand Theft Auto, and it activates these parts of the brain, predominantly at the back of the brain. And this youth, he spent thousands, and his mum, she'd always give him the money to buy all these games, and they were showing you. They gave the Grand Theft Auto. They showed it, and then see where it activated these red parts on his brain, and they gave it to this other youth who was into just sports and reading, and it did nothing to him. It didn't activate no other. So they studied this, and they know that there was a what's it something more something a chemical that ends with fin like morphine or something. Dolphins in the brain. They studied it, and based on the reactions of that, they make those games. I said, "Shut up!" And my brother, he goes, I no conspiracy theorist. I'm showing you the facts," and he showed us, and it's facts. And the doctor came on there, and they asked the mum how he acts and how he behaves, and she said the only time that from he comes home from school, he goes straight onto this game, and all the weekend, 14 hours, per day, he's just playing. And they showed it made certain chemicals in the brain react, and because of it, it made the game more intense for them and made it more addictive. Because they had a name for it now. There's a name for that addiction for children with this addiction of playing games. And the biggest one of all was Grand Theft Auto, because the scientists actually studied it and said, "Okay,
game, man.
Yes, what they know what they're doing."
It's terrible. It's terrible because like I say, it's making certain things more normal to you. You understand? So if all you ever do, look at the game. The first time I see the game, years and years ago when it first come out, a little boy was at my house visiting, and he bring the game and he's playing the game.
Yes.
So I sit down and I'm like, "So what's this game about? Come and hear everybody talking about this game."
Yes.
So I asked him, "So what do you have to do?" And he said, "Oh, just drive around, and then, if I like that car, I could beat up the people and take the car."
Yeah.
And drive off. I said, "Yeah, you could do that?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay." And I said, "What else?" He said, "That's it, really." I said, "So what's the objective of the game? What, do you have to go and collect things?
Yeah.
Are you trying to save the planet? What's the objective? Because when we used to play a game,
yeah,
you try to save the planet, or you try to save something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No. We just drive around and beat up people and thief car and them things. And I say, "Hey, idiot thing. That's foolishness."
Yes.
Because it's just foolishness, isn't it? There's no objective to that. But then you're making that a normality. You understand what I mean?
Insensitive.
You're making that a normality in your head. And subconsciously, it's a normality.
Of course.
And so then when you enter into real life now, when you walk outside the front door now and you encounter a problem, the first thing that comes to their head is violence.
Yes.
But that's because when you've been playing the game, that's the only thing you do in the game when you have something.
Exactly.
Is violence. You know what I mean? And so subconsciously it's that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So man, you could even lash out at another you before he's even thinking what he's doing. Because that's his natural reaction, because he's been programmed by this game that he's playing.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Of course, absolutely, 110%, blessed, 110%. And you see it by first-hand experience. No doctor, no scientist have come tell you and explain to you, say, "Yo, really."
Nobody can tell me nothing, man. I see it clearly, you know what I mean? I see it clearly. I take away the game, different attitude.
Yeah.
Different outlook on looking at life. I'm even experiment. I'm saying, all right, take back the game. I ain't giving back the game.
Yeah.
It's all right, go on, you can play it for a day or something like that. And maybe I even forget to take it back off of him.
Yeah.
And left him with the game for a week. Then I see the attitude come back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I never take back the game from you, innit? So furthermore, go and get the game and bring the game from and take the game back again, and then the attitude change again. So I'm gonna see it real life.
So then you're thinking, then what is the agenda of the people who are making these games?
Because who passed that? My other lyrics about that. Who gave that the certificate that it could play in the shop?
Yeah.
Because you quick to tell me that you don't want me to do this because it's dangerous, and you don't want me to do that because it's dangerous, and you don't. So who passed this then? Who never see that this is dangerous and let that go on the shop and let that go on the shelf?
Come on, unless it's exactly what they planned anyway, to fuck up the youths then. And this is what I know. If you're gonna fuck up a people, go for the children. That's what they've always done. I've seen that strategy used. And now, because they've been more clever with it, it's the same thing like with the agenda of feminine up the boys and making your transgender Cardi B's your heroes. You know what I mean? Your all of the rappers, them, they look like little gay boys, man. Don't it? You know, that some of them are even tattooing up their face and using rainbow colors and chatting a bag of fuckery with some devils behind them and check floors. And what's that got to do with hustling that you're singing about and making, stacking this, that, the other? You're doing all this satanic shit, and the youths are taking it and seeing it, and they're becoming insensitive to it, just like killing dead people. I've watched videos now in Jamaica where a brother just got shot. A brother walk up on behind him, shoot the brother in his head. He's dropped on the floor. What does the other two other brothers? One gets up, walks over to the body, and takes the money out of his pocket before he called the police. I'm saying death doesn't mean anything now because it's just totally insensitive to it because they see it so regular. And then one would say, nah, Kingjay, that's conspiracy, brother. And all right, if you like. I'm looking at this thing here and I'm saying, what the hell? People are filming other people dying or in some serious. Have you seen the one day with these youths there? There's one. They've gone to the crocodile pond in I can't remember which part of Jamaica. It could be St. Elizabeth, yeah. And they've got these two dogs, yeah, on a slopey bit of wet concrete. Run these two dogs down there, watching the crocodiles. I mean, crocodile come out and grab the first dog. The other dog's trying to escape and die. They kick the dog back down the fucking thing. Another crocodile come and take that dog as well. And they're videoing it. This is in Jamaica. You're under lockdown. And I'm watching this and I'm saying, look how insensitive people have become. That they see shit like that as fun. You understand me? And that's with a dog. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't even consider doing something like that. What?
Since when did watching something else go through pain become enjoyment? You know what I mean?
It's mad. It's mad. They're filming it and laughing, and they got caught. Two of them got caught because when they were chatting up in the thing, somebody must have recognized their voice. But it's like, would you look at Jamaica full stop, the amount of killings? I think the only thing that stopped the killings is CV. Because they had a day where there was 0 killings, the first time since they created the records. And it's only because of the lockdown. And then I think a week passed and then they allowed something. And then the next minute, 8 people get wet up one night in St. Mary. 8. 2 brothers come on a car now. They were drinking, playing domino, and just wet up everybody. I mean, Pitney got it as well. And my brethren just said, yo, it's coming like they were trying to make up for the time. He said, hold on, 2 days passed and nobody not dead. Hold on. And just went out and just wet up these.
Like they miss it. Like they missed it.
Yeah.
Like an addiction, same way.
It is. Nothing to make news in Jamaica. Nobody know why you hear nothing but, oh, you graduate or it's done well over here. They want to hear who dead. How many dead? How them dead? That's what makes news in those places. I'm saying, yo, me, I'm done with Jamaica as I've been done from a long time anyway. The corruption is so rife. Police, I've been telling ones for years, decades now. I said, Who do you think is taking out all of these youths in the ghetto like that? Who do you think is robbing certain places? It's police. And police are giving those gangs gun and then going over there. And politicians are paying those police and soldiers. And but done. Every done that I've heard of, every done I heard from Wappy King days, go right through the court, them got through Liberty, all of them, all dead like punks. Every one of them, but them are bad man. They've all died wearing wigs or your mouth tape up and your hand them cause you're a ball like baby, but you're a bad man. You've all been set up by politicians. When the politicians say your time is done, you just send some police over there and just out that one and boost up and gas up the next one. You understand? And I'm looking at it, and this is decades. And I'm thinking, you guys, you still don't learn yet. You're still killing each other daily. And then we got the gangs over here, and I'm looking at it, and I'm saying, the youths, them. We got a thing in First Gate. Well, we had to move from First Gate to where we're there now, yeah? Because the youths, them started getting gunplay start coming into it. Now the gang things come in and gunplay. So, but are you hearing any gang killings every week? I was hearing youths were being killed. But because of this lockdown, nobody can. But the youths, I still see them going on the streets. At the top of my road here, there's a group of these youths here. They're always there, and they're juggling. You see me? Openly. Cars are pulling up. They're going over to the car and coming out. I'm like, where's the police at? There's no police on these roads at the moment, bro. They're complaining about their numbers, isn't it? There's lack of them. But here's the one that I want to say just before we cut. AI, artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that to come out Terminator police style. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for these AI police. Because AI police ain't got no feelings, no rationale, no feelings. They just come in to do what they do. Have you taken your joke? You're coming with us. You got to comply.
Well, we are laughing, but Janos, you never know,
kid. The 5Gs are in. He said that's why the 5G towers are about. Because they're going to have more tracking facilities and they can use transport on the roads without drivers. Yeah, vans, lorries, and cars that drive without no driver. And then you're going to get AI police. He said, and that's when you know that the shit's got serious. And I haven't seen it yet.
It's really getting serious, man. But I've been telling people these things for years, and I mean, the man go to a supermarket and the woman's there. She saying to me, "Oh, you can use the self-service till." I'm like, "No, I'm going to the human."
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, I'm going to the human." She's like, "Oh no, why would you want to do that? Use that." I said, "Cause I'm trying to keep you in a job. Yes. You don't realize what's going on. You're not thinking."
No.
I said, "You're not thinking. I'm trying to keep you in a job. I want to go and say hello to the woman.
Yes.
How's your day going?" And she said, "I'm fine. How are you?" Yes. I said, "Yeah, I'm good. You know, same old grind and you know what I mean? I then move on. You know what I mean? That's how I want to pass my time. I don't want to beep beep. What am I beeping for? You know what I mean?
True. We're social people. We like to interact. That's what we do.
Yes,
but they're stopping it. They're stopping it in every way that they can. We can see this. This is obvious. Wow. Oh, you make a juice? All right. Give thanks, baby. All right. Wife, you give me she give me one of these strawberry. It's one of them shakes.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
As I done with this, I'm gonna go and make a juice and have some broccoli and apple and thing line up.
Some apple and pineapple in that. I can taste it. She knows what I love. No passion's missing. She don't put no passion in it. But yeah, I'm an item. Still item. King, I need to. You see, when this lockdown finish, I'm gonna find the M6. Whether the A42 or whatever. Man.
Well, I could even come and find you same way. You know what I mean?
I'm here. The only place I go other than if it's not for slave, Keaty Roots is 20 minutes from me, so I'm always around by Keaty's. And Dougie is another half.
It's been a minute, man. I couldn't believe it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, even when we said we were going to do this thing, it's only when I actually Skype you and I see your face, I was like, wait, You know how long I don't see them on face?
From them platinum never did it. We never have so much platinum.
Nah, man, you had a little piece still, you know. Nobody go on like.
But they will come one now. I love it. Because they used to call me Badger at my workplace. They said, Kingjay, can you
Okay.
But now, it's all, and you know, as we know, the elder we get, and certain ones that we know never even get to the stage where they can say they have some platinum with wisdom.
Yeah, man. Brother,
ever give thanks.
Man, if you see my head, listen.
Yeah, but I'm not blackening it, is what I'm saying. Some youths out there, they're blackening up all that shit, innit?
A man after that years ago, they said, "Oh, sorry, you're not gonna die." I said, "Die for what?" No, man. I'm glad we reached so far.
I'm happy.
Glad we reached that level there. You know what I mean? You're talking about game. Look on the level when we're reaching this game here. You know what I mean? I'm glad for that. You know what I mean? No,
man.
Shine out, man. Wisdom.
I'm proud of my platinum, you know,
yeah,
man.
the simple wisdom. Wisdom and out.
I'm at that fool is still there. Even though I got little less of it, but I love my platinum, blessed. I'm proud of fellow ones. Give thanks that we're here to be able to wear platinum and witness.
Yeah, man. Enough people never reach so far. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Enough beautiful family that we miss. Talking about Sandino the other day.
Come on, man.
That's my brother again. I've lost so many ones. It really, as I said, it just humbles me. It just reminds me that we're here today. You can tomorrow. I always say it, and I usually say it, but I say it kind of frivolously. Like, and I always say, give thanks for life and give thanks for health, because tomorrow is promised to no one. But it's true. And even though we put it at the back of our minds, it's really like that. It's been, especially recently, it's just crazy. Losing too many ones around me, and it's like we're losing soldiers. And I'm thinking, even in the music, you know, that's why I'm thinking we got to get our youths involved, because so many big elder heads and ones around our age are gone and going. We gotta get the youths them involved, and I don't really think this environment is conducive to them. You know, we need to get them in a. If I could just transport all of this magically, just pick it all up and drop it in the Caribbean, and then go over and grab a few and drop it in that part and say, we could just do the same things, but let's just do it. Yes, sir. Come out of this place. This place is, it's stress. This place is stress, isn't it? It's just stress, which is the #1 killer.
It's stress, and it lacks the right amount of love that is needed. You know, I'm not saying there's no love, because of course there's love everywhere. You know what I mean? We deal with love. You know what I mean? We expunge love. You know what I mean? But there's not the amount that's needed. It don't reach the level that's needed for all of us right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we need more love. We do need more love. We do. I mean, and just like I said, real love from the heart and mind, and genuine love is the word. That's the one, for ourselves, for our families, for the world. This is what this thing is teaching us. You have to calm your ass, meditate, gather up, and when this world's ready to go again, be ready, because shit ain't gonna be the same.
No, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. And in like we said, most instances, I think that's a good thing still. You know what I mean? Because what was considered normal before was kind of abnormal to the eye, really. You know what I mean?
Good,
so we look forward to the progress, but there's going to be a lot of things that's going to be that's going to be more difficult, really. So you have to plan and make sure, be comfortable within yourself, the things that you have to do to survive here. Yeah. And if you're not comfortable in that, then you need to broaden your horizons and think about different places, King.
Yeah, see some other options, King, man.
Because you can't be surprised. Again, I want to say it again, you can't be surprised when these people act that way towards you. People are like surprised. Don't be surprised. No. This is what they do. You're not. You're nothing to them. You're just a battery. You're just a person that makes money for them. And as soon as you get too old to make money for them, then you're expendable. You're a waste of time. Well, you're expendable now anyway, you know what I mean? Let's see the man experiment with you know what I mean? I run joke with you know what I mean?
Not good, Bridget. I'm not ready for no gold watch yet. They can keep their retirement and all of that, because we age differently anyway. Our frequency and energy is a different thing. Our thing's different, brethren. But we need to know that we got to gather up our forces, gather up our thoughts, hearts, and minds, and move this thing forward on a more positive level. I can't see any other way. Otherwise, it's going to be revolutionary of some biblical proportions going on here. I'm telling you.
It can come to that still. It really can come to that. There's certain things in the you know, when they come say, "Oh, you're gonna have to do this," I'm gonna be like, that not work. I'm not doing that. That not working.
I've got a few of my white mates who are like that, and I'm like, "Got to do what, mate? Fuck off!" And they're not doing it. They're not doing it, bro. We say I'm going down the pub. If a couple of my brothers around there, you know, if they say I'm going down the pub, I ain't going to work tomorrow. Fuck it. What? They're stopping me from doing this, that, the other. He goes, I'm not having it done. I'm not having it. I was like, you're right. To the way all things are going, he goes, nah. And that's why I think maybe England is one of the last to do what they're doing with this lockdown, because even though we ain't got no guns, English people by nature, I know enough of them are kind of humble and will accept things, but there's some of them, bruv, they are not gonna have it, you know, bruv. They might as well be them white Confederates, you know, the ones there with their guns and their flag, and say, yo, open up the borders, bro. What vaccine? You have to go past my gun.
Yeah.
Some of them are, and I know certain English have got that attitude, but they're gonna have to comply. But it's gotta be, it's gonna be dread. It's gonna be dread. As I said, I'm just waiting, playing this like chess, innit? Wait to see what they do first.
Yeah, but it's like keep back and watch and see what I go on. Like you say, play like chess and they say, all right, let me see your next move here now. You know what I mean?
It's that they're dealing. You see me? And then put in our moves, because right now they've got the handle in it. Right now they've got everybody at home, more or less, doing what? Waiting for what? With no answers, a lot of anxiety. People are thinking now, well, if we do go back to work or on the trains, we're all going to have to wear masks and gloves. And
well, that's the thing. The man telling everybody to go back to work now. He said, listen, if you can't be at home, go to work.
What?
One, he never told he never give the bosses no warning. So the management them don't even know what they're doing. They're like, raw. Are we opening up then? What's going on? Are they coming back to work? Are these people going to get to work? They're going to have them pack up back on the train and the buses again, especially in London. Exactly. My nephew drive bus,
yeah.
And in his garage alone, from his one garage alone, 3 men dead.
Wow. And
2 of them is in intensive care right now.
Fuck.
From his garage alone, King.
So
and now they're telling everybody to go back to work. So all that work then. No. Everybody come up back on the tube again. That's what I'm saying to you. Like, to me, the only way that I can make sense of the decisions that them are make is they want you all to get it. They're glad a few of us dead off.
It's coming like it. They are glad.
Colin. That's the only thing I can make sense of.
Yes.
That's the only thing that makes sense to me. I say, okay, well, if that was the angle, then this makes sense.
Yes.
Because every other angle doesn't make sense to me. If you was looking out for people, you wouldn't have made that move there. If you was looking out for people, you wouldn't have made that move there. If you was looking out for people, you wouldn't have made that move there. You understand? So the only thing that really I could say, okay, the only thing that I can work out within myself that makes sense is you want people for dead.
You want people for dead. You do. You do. Somebody said to me, who's got most of the wealth? As in, the word wealth I use, meaning that it was handed down and they've got the legacy of old people. So if you get rid of enough of the old people, you get hold of that money and property. Because you know the taxes on death duty and all the rest of it. You know how they're coming when you're dead, right? Your assets, bro. They're coming for your assets. So if you kill off enough of these old people in these homes and you're getting a lot of legacy wealth. I said I never thought of it. Most ordinary people, if they're within working age, they have the only thing they've got as assets is maybe their home. They haven't necessarily got anything that they've inherited, if you understand. So he said that's why enough of these people are gonna have to dead off this thing, Kingjay. He said simple. That's how you get back a whole heap of these lands and inheritances and wealth. I said, I never thought about it. He goes, come on, King. Any war, first places they go into is your vaults and your museums if they're conquering your ass. If you name Germany, what do you think Hitler was hitting and all these places? Straight to the museum. What do you think America go to Kuwait and all these? Straight to their museums and their artifacts and their gold. You understand? Their gold reserves if they got any. They even make movies about that shit. Isn't it?
Yeah.
So don't think that this hasn't got ticking boxes. And Babylon don't work with one thing. They have lists of agendas. So the ticking boxes as they move, getting rid of niggers, get rid of old people, get their money, control, it's a list of things that these motherfuckers are on. They have a proper what they call agenda, and that is one of them. You've got rid of a whole heap of black, old people in homes who their children are waiting for them to dead. Go wait for their old man or granddad or grandmum to dead so that they get their house or get their land. You know this. And this is what they've been doing. This has been a clever way of doing that. Certain of these little Lord this and Sir that and Baron this, waiting for Lord Baron, the big one, for dead off. So that, yeah, man, some COVID in their ass, and next minute you've got a castle and all the land that they own. You know what I mean? I'm like, wow. So all of these things are coming out, and I'm thinking about it. And I said, it makes sense. That makes sense. I can get it. I get it. And so therefore, if it makes sense and it's money behind it, these motherfuckers, I ain't putting nothing past them, bless. Nothing. So we just got to be ready to go back out on that battlefield, bless. Would you take the juke though, DJ, if it meant that you have so that you could do your shows? You're done.
I can't see it. I can't see it. You have to weigh up. You weigh up these things, but I can't see it, brother. I can't see it. I can't see it. You see, the thing with me, I'm not. I don't like take the medicine anyway.
Yes, likewise.
I just don't like it. Yeah, and far too many times, them telling me something is good for me and it's not good for me. The biggest example I use all of the time. Remember when they turn around and tell you that Calpol was no good?
Do you remember that?
Along them a boost that until you forget that to your children, and then them tell you say it's no good.
Yeah.
Like too many times, man. Too regularly. 5 years, 10 years later, after they've been giving you something for how much time, they turn around and say to you, "Oh, we just discovered this make your arm fall off, and this make your leg drop off."
Yes.
And that's 5-10 years down the time. So I can't see me having confidence in taking anything that them just whip up in the last year.
Yeah. Especially when
they test nothing.
They said they haven't got a cure. They said that there's no cure.
You the boy, you hear Trump telling people about disinfectant. So this is my biggest fear, King.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it. I mean, people know still, but this is my biggest fear, if I'm honest, that those kind of restrictions are brought in for us to travel and do our thing. That you have to have this thing and that thing. That's a crossroads for me,
Yeah.
And that's probably a crossroads for me. It's either going to be take it and carry on do what I'm doing, or leave from around here. Because if I'm not doing music, then I'm not staying here. That's the only thing that keep me sane in living here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I come to a place now that I can afford. Like, I still work, I still driving the truck and thing.
Yeah.
But I can do that work there because I'm just pushing my music and so I can, you know what I mean? I can hold the meds while I'm doing that. So I could do that work there, and then I could go and do my music.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I work when I drive when I want to drive. Otherwise, music can't pay my bills. You understand? So that's the only thing that's keeping me sane. And if I lose that, then I'm gone. I can't live here. I won't be living here. I can't do that. I can't do that working for them. You know what I mean? I'm not having no life. I can't. No. My thing too precious. My mother and father went through too much to raise me for me to give. You know what I mean? To give it to them. No, sir.
Exactly.
So that's a real crossroads for me. That's my biggest fear. Man, I'm frightened of nothing else.
No.
That's my biggest fear.
That's
that
mine.
They turn around and say, "Oh, to travel, you need to take this."
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because even when I went Africa, you know, I was vexed when I had to take the yellow fever injection.
Yeah. Malaria as well, innit?
Well, you have to take the malaria tablets, but for me, I took them for like 3 days and then I never took them again because I don't like the medication thing.
Yeah. And the
So
yellow
every time I go to Africa,
yeah.
I might take the tablet for 2 days and then stop taking them. And you're meant to take it for like 2 weeks. You're meant to take it for like 2 weeks after you come back.
Okay.
So that's what they used to say. I don't know what they say now, but yeah, you had to have the yellow fever injection, and I was vexed that I had to take that.
Yeah.
So I don't know, brother. That's a crossroads for me, man. I don't know. I love my music, yes.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's it. What about you? What you were taking?
I'm as I said initially, I said, Virgin, you have to drag me off and kill me. Because I know the implications. I know that it's not going to be good. Ultimately, it could kill me. You could have your chip in there. All sorts of things. So I said, no, man, I'm going to have to... Really, I said to Bev, it might be a point where it might have to come off the map. As in, go underground. Because if they say that you know, if they stop you on the street and say, or you go into a building or you want to go somewhere and they say, right, where's your band or can I run this thing on you to see if it's the chip that's in there to say that you're clean or you're free of this COVID? If you haven't got it and you can't produce it, I think I'm going to have to come off the map. And as in, I'm not going to go to work. I cannot. And therefore, when someone's talking about the whole of your life will change, it could be a life changer. If they bring that in as compulsory, for me, it's a life changer. Because first, I'm going to have to try and protect my family from having to take it. And then if I can't, I have to try and save myself, ultimately. And I would have to come off the map. I'm not going to work. I can't do 9 to 5 then. I can't do what I love, which is the music. I won't be able to travel and do none of that. So I have to leave. And the only place I know that is more or less free of it at the moment is Africa. And I'm serious. As in, I would have to literally drop everything and come off the map because I don't want to, I'm not being chipped. I don't want to be chipped. Much less, I've got less fear of COVID than I have of their chip in that vaccine, because I've seen the YouTube where this thing is so minute that when they juke it in you don't even know. And the thing is, why can't they press a button in that chip and blow your ass up? As in, just kill you. Let alone them following you and knowing what you're doing. Fuck your movements. I know that matter, but why can't you do like what I saw in fucking... What was that movie when you had to... Logan's Run. When you got to 30, that thing started to go off, right? That chip. It's your time. And they just killed people, bruv. They just pressed this button and you were gone. What is to stop you doing the same thing with the chip? You won't need ankle weight them for criminals. You know, the ones that are on the house arrest. Once you got the chip, you don't need to the the door like them dogs, and you go to the edge of the barrier and you just back the fuck off. Why can't they do that with the chip? I don't want that. They can kill you. They can kill you at the touch of a button. That's my problem with the chip. Not tracking my movements, because they got cameras and everything on your phone anyway. They
track you anyway. From you have a phone, they know you're there anyway.
Exactly. And if you use a card in an ATM, they know what you're doing and where you are.
You know, the tracking thing that's out the window. You can't avoid that, really.
So then
you can, but you can't live the way that you live. You know what I mean? They know that for a start. I never forget the first time I fly, man. I'm gonna reach somewhere, I don't know where it was, and I get a text, "Welcome to Rete."
Yeah.
I say,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
They know where you're there.
And then you land the next place, he said, "Welcome to..." I say,
yeah.
Oh, man, on too bright, man.
Yeah, man. You're now using this network. Really?
They're too in a don't. Yeah, so now I can't see me taking no injections.
No, take the joke.
So if that mean, yeah, I don't want to say it, but that might be in a different way of life.
I know. That's what I'm saying. The implications are.
And everywhere you can say everywhere's a struggle to a degree, but then It's better I go and struggle in a climate that is more conducive to me, you know. It's better I go and struggle where the diet is more conducive to my makeup. You understand?
Yes.
It's better I go and struggle amongst people who have a bit of love for me more than I'm trying to prove that I'm worthy of existing. You understand what I mean?
Yes, sir. So 100%.
Can't really see me. You know what I mean? I can't see me staying here if I can't do that. You know what I mean? It's a struggle to get me to stay here while I'm doing that. If I'm honest with you, who knows what the future's gonna bring? But I'm kind of looking to leave anyway. You know what I mean? But from you turn around and tell me something can't do this, something can't do that unless I do that.
Yeah, it's time to leave.
I'll be like, all right, I'm back in a minute. Yeah, they'll be like, where you going? I said, pack my things.
Yeah, that's me.
I'll pack a bag. You know what I mean?
My next one will be WhatsApp and like this and Skype, and you say, Kingjay, what them tree that broke blow back at you? Yeah, I'm in Africa.
Mine sharp.
I'm not staying.
Mine sharp. Yeah, we best link up after this, you know, okay? You know me, some man move quick. Like how you didn't even know that I moved from there. Next time, mine sharp, you know. I might Skype you the next time. You say, weird, Solo, where you there? On the sky base, you want elephant pass me. He said, Solo, man. He said, yo, that's a Baba, come and settle.
Two giraffe and thing, you see? Virgin. We laughing, but
you know, so we stay already, you know. Mind sharp, that catch you, know.
King, man, just don't leave me and don't left a message and say, yo, King, you can now find me residing in Rere. I'll find you, my brother. I will find you because I'm on the same tip. I'm not.
Yeah, kind of like that still, you know.
Yeah, I want
to be. I want to see how the thing unfolds still, but
yeah,
preparing myself for them thing there. You know what I mean?
But now you really got to put it in mind now. I think as for Nubian people, I think it's created an opportunity and made an option now where you may have to think about it more seriously than maybe you had been before, or at least make the move if you have to, because that's my plan. And this here just reinforces it. I've got to get the fuck out of here. What do you mean no carnival, bless? When was the last year carnival stuff? You know, because look how much years they try to ban carnival and put carnival in a park, and now they got their wish. No fucking carnival. And then how's that gonna work next year unless you got the joke or to show me you 500,000?
Yeah, brother, you see what I'm saying? Like it's sticky, man. Like I already from about 2 months ago, I wrote off this year as far as public gathering and thing was like. I definitely wrote off the summer anyway. I said nothing ain't gonna happen. I was thinking that from like a month ago, if not longer still. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm kind of right off the summer still. You know what I mean? But going forward, I don't know, brother. What they're gonna tell you?
That's what I'm saying to you. I got a call from a promoter where I did a show last year in Rotterdam, yeah, in a club called The Grounds, and she said, Are you still good, Kingjay, for September? Because the venue was 500 people before, and they said it's going to be half. And because of that, would I be interested in doing it? And my budget, my fee is going to go down a bit because of the. And I said, oh man, I was looking to put it up on your ass because last year I ran that. And I only took 5 bills. You know, the ones I was thinking, yeah, that must be worth it. You saw what I did. Hour and a half I was on stage there with the band, yeah, and I mashed it. And I said, well, all right. I'm thinking, well, this year, because I've been to one before, was in the on the beach, but this year she's already said, yeah, are you still up for September? And it's going to be reduced capacity, and therefore your fee is going to be less. Well, I said, let me think about it a bit, because obviously we're still in this situation. We don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? We don't know what's going to happen. But that's what a promoter's already telling me. And that's for September. And I said to her, do you know if we're going to still be able to fly September? And under what conditions? You see me, I deal with. So.
But it's sticky, man, because.
Bad.
It's sticky, man, because people are going to come with these kind of arguments, you know,
yes.
and
yes.
I don't know, brother, because I feel like enough people was getting it easy anyway with the eye, you know what I mean? When it comes to them team, really, so. But yeah, I don't know, man. I have to play it by ear still. We love what we do still, and that's why they get away with it still, because we love what we do, you know what I mean?
Of course.
And I love the upfulness and energy it gives people that's listening to me.
Absolutely.
So, you know, there's no greater reward than giving, you know what I mean? So,
of course. And it's all about the people, and that's what we
yeah. So, but it's sticky. It's a sticky thing. It's a sticky thing. A man tell me, I was speaking to Dama. Remember Damalistic?
Of course, he's got to link me. Dama. He's got to link me. Dama was at that same Goa Sunsplash.
Yeah. Cause Dama was in India.
Right. His brethren is a youth that lives in Goa called Rudy Roots, and Rudy, at the moment, is sending me some redesigns for my logo. I don't know if you've seen them, the yellow, the blue.
Yeah. We see it.
That's Rudy Roots, and Rudy and Dama steer so, right? So Dama was supposed to come over. I've done a tune for Rudy last year, and he wants me to do a video. He said, and Dama's gonna film it. I said, yeah, man. What you mean, man, Mr. Dama?
Oh, so it was you?
Yes.
Because imagine then, because I already planned when Dama was gonna come here. Because Dama said to me he had another video to do, but I had 2 videos to do with Damalistic, you know.
Right.
Some man from France, I have a tune with BBC Ten.
Yes.
And they wanted Dama to do the video.
Yes.
And so and me and Dama was talking about I got a tune on the album. I have a tune with Earl.
Yes.
With Earl. So me and Earl so I said to Dama, listen, we are trying to work out when he can come and do the video for Earl.
Yes.
And then he said, oh, listen, these men in France that you got the tune with, they said they want to do a video.
Yes.
So maybe we can link that at the same time. And then it's only one flight. I said, yeah, right. Then he said to me, oh, you know what, Solo? I think I have another video to do.
Yes.
So it's you.
Yeah.
You must have been on the video. You know what I mean? Okay. But yeah, Dama said to me that so you know he just do the tour managing, innit? You know he's on the road with Anthony B and Ray and Kabaka and them Monday. You know what I mean? And he had a tour plan with I can't remember the artist, you know. It's a man from a French Caribbean island.
Okay.
And but anyway, so they have to postpone a tour, and they link back the venues to see when they could do the tour. And all the venue them tell them, so listen, we're not looking to open. I don't think we'll be functioning properly until next year. And when we are functioning, you don't know if we're really going to be catering for you right away.
Wow. And you was meant to go Australia.
Reggae people don't buy the bar like that.
No.
Them not drink up like that. So I think you might find a lot of venues are gonna be there's all of them broke in it. Everybody in recession in it. So they ain't really gonna want to take no risk really. So they might just go for a commercial thing where they know the people gonna come and buy out the bar and get drunk. So they can make as much money and recuperate some funds after being closed. Throughout the whole summer and them thing there. You know what I mean? So even that could look like a sticky situation when it comes to us doing our thing in certain venue and that as well, you know?
I know. You look at you was meant to go Australia, innit?
Brother, if you know the month that I was meant to have, you know.
Yeah, it's supposed to be nice.
Listen, I was meant to go, I had 2 weeks in Australia and New Zealand, yeah?
Yeah.
7 show or something like that.
Wow.
Then I would have forward, and then I was going to France. I had 3 shows in France over the one weekend. I had the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Wow. Yeah. Then I would have forward back. Oh, in between that time, I would have do the video, the 2 video.
Yeah.
With Dama. And then I would have gone France for the weekend, do 3 shows, come back, forward back the Monday, and then the Wednesday, I was supposed to go States. I had 10 shows in the States with Mongos then, with Tom. Me and Tom from Mongos was going States for 10 days. Not for 10 days, for 2 weeks. I was going to do 10 shows.
Damn, man. Financially,
the whole thing, brother, I would have come back different. Everything would have nice for me when I come back. I would have had certain funds, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Finances to do certain things. I would have had 2 videos to drop with me and the Earl, you know what I mean? I was looking forward to that video as well for that tune there. You know what I mean? So it was going to be a real stepping thing and momentum, move forward with certain things. The whole thing just popped down stuff.
Well, the only thing I can
That's why they kind of just write off the whole summer from there. Because they say, you know what? that's a big flop for me, and I can just see everything else flopping, really. You know, because I couldn't see none of them festivals keeping. I was booking a few festivals, and then once I started trickling in and say, yeah, this cancel, that cancel, I would say, no, I think this whole summer gonna be done, really. You know what I mean? And even I don't even know if I would have felt comfortable with that. Could you imagine how you feel about this? Imagine, let's just say, for an example, in June, they said, all right, we are free up everything. The virus is still on the decline, and we are free up everything. June. Would you have been happy to go to a festival?
Not really, Bev. Not really.
In June and mix up with, you know what I mean?
Too soon. Too soon. I'm not that happy, blessed. I'm not even thinking about traveling on the public transport, much less.
Oh, you know what I mean? So it's definitely for the best. It's painful, but it's for the best that everything lock off, carnival lock off, and them thing they come.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I would have been that happy to make them kind of move there, really. You know what I mean?
Carnival already banned this year from me. From I already heard about Corona. I didn't care if it cleared up in May, June. For me to go stand up in August, unless a man can show me that he's at the juke.
So you no looking now. You will request the juke now. You are telling people said don't forget them.
Yeah, cause nobody no want to stand upside of me and thinking, hold on, did he just sneeze?
Wait, so you're not ticket, but you want to see whoever standing next to you better have a certificate.
You better show me so that you're clean, because I know that I'm immune.
I hear you, King, loud and clear, but
I'm immune.
Yes,
I'm immune from all of that. You have to be, I think you have to be eating certain things and made in certain ways for you to have that thing. And I don't do none of that, so I know I'm immune. But I tell you what, King, it's going to be so interesting. Because, I mean, even if, like you say, if the government said, right, next week, right, it's done. Everything's clear. It's actually diminished more than we thought, and everybody's all right. Everybody back to normal. Listen to me. There's going to be still some people skeptical when they even see you on the road.
Well, I know I'm going to be skeptical, brother.
Come on.
When everything done, because I was like it before, so you can imagine it worse now. If somebody used to sneeze and cough next to me before, I don't cover them out. I used to cuss them out. So can you imagine now? Can you imagine after this thing here?
I'll be a fighting. I go on.
I better stay in my yard, you know, because I cuff somebody in around their head, you know. I give them a clap round the back of their head like how your father used to clap you, you know.
I know. One of them ones. As we used to call it, a muma poopa lick. You get. You never get a normal lick. A muma poopa lick, you get. Bam!
Yeah, what I deal with?
To your soul.
That's what I mean. It's going to be different, sir. It's going to be different.
Yes. I don't know how it all got, Bridget, because even me, I'm like you. I'm skeptical when I'm out there. I don't even want nobody, because you got the distances anyway. And there's a one come even close when I go to just my corner shop. I'm giving them that look. You're too close, bro.
Because, from a longer time, you know, it's going to be even worse. Even you go in the airport and things like that, you see man coming out the toilet, you know. Not the urinal, you know. Man, I come out the toilet, you know.
Yeah.
I walk straight out the door, you know. I'm going to say, oh. And then he's going to go up there and touch up everything, and he don't even wash his hand from the toilet.
Yeah.
And I saw them did I live before, you know what I mean? I can't really see me putting up for that behavior there at all, you know what I mean?
Because
them some man by him color and bring him back to the base and make him wash his hand, you know what I mean?
Or go call police on him. Say, yo, I'm going to wash him hand, you know what I mean?
Three of them, so they say, all right, come back here, sir.
You see it? Because them thing they're going to have to go on. I don't know. We're laughing and joking, but it's going to...
All right, that's a job I do, you know. We're talking about, I don't know if I could manage if I'm not doing music. That's a job I do, you know. I'll stand up by the toilet in the airport. I'll make sure everybody wash their hand. I'll do that, you know. They can't do it for that, man. Go back and wash your hand. I might even volunteer and do that, you know. I might even volunteer and do it.
Yeah, man. Monitor them rats. Some of them nasty.
Let me see.
I'm one of the machines that we can run over your hand and it come up green in a
you freeze up.
Clean.
Connection last, but I think we're coming to the end anyway, you know what I mean? So you big up Donovan Kingjay every time. Yeah, love King. Bless it. That man a ragamuffin for real.
More love and respect, my brother, every single time. Talk soon, yeah?